Yes, it is. It is.
It is, you know, but it's a lot of work to do that. And to see that, I mean,
She was just in Elk. She lived Jovi the Elf of
Oh,
Milford
okay.
for 4 weeks. Now she's going to be playing in Annie. There's a
Where?
production.
who's doing the production? The school?
Somewhere in New Jersey. No, it's in local
Well, you know,
theater.
look if you know, in Greenwood Lake, they're trying to get back, they're trying to get the Greenwood Lake Theater Company. They're not very active.
They are. They're active.
Well, I know, but you know,
They're going to be doing an event here
here.
in March.
I'd like them to bring more children into their production. I know.
Yeah, I know. My Skylar's done a couple of productions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah, she did. She was in their Christmas Carol last year. Was that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed a lot of this stuff, unfortunately. It's last year and this year, but you know, I might be at the end of the summer. I might be going to Michigan and Pennsylvania. Because we have to. Because, you know,
Right.
the party's going to switch their resources there. But anyway, so we'll see what happens. I don't know that's one reason why I'm trying to pull back a little 24 just to focus on the. Anyway, let me let you go, guys. Oh,
Okay.
oh, is the Facebook on? Is the who turns on the Facebook thing? Who turns on the YouTube thing?
Chad does that.
Oh, Chad does. Okay. Okay, good. Are we on now? The Facebook? Okay. All right. So I gotta see if I can get.
Everybody ready? We're going to bring the meeting to order at 7:37. Can everybody please rise and say the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Trustee Clifford,
Here?
Trustee Cellier,
Here.
Mayor Buckley,
Here.
Attorney Buckeye,
Here.
Attorney Palaka,
Here.
okay. Trustee Kelton and Trustee Howley are absent.
All right, we're ready. Announcements. The senior center was dedicated to Jack Rader at our Christmas event. To me, that was a very nice event. Well deserved by Jack Rader. He's been here forever, and I think that was a good way to recognize him and everything he's done for this village in dedicating that to him. The holiday festival, I think it went well, and a lot of people said it went well. A couple things we'll tweak, for next year, but I think it was a great event, and I could see it only getting bigger and bigger as we move along with the holiday festival. The menorah lighting, a lot of us was attendance to that. To me, it was actually one of the biggest turnouts we've had there, from what I was hearing. That was a great night. Everybody went back and played games for the rest of the night, and it was a nice night. House decorating contest. The judging was supposed to go on today, and I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
But with the weather, that got postponed. So the judging will be this week in the next coming days. If anybody would like to give their winners on the Facebook page, you're more than welcome to tell us which house you enjoy the best for the decorating of the Christmas lights. Correspondence. Jack Rader Sr. thank you card. All correspondence will be posted online in the minutes. I'm not going to read them all here today because there's a lot of them. So if anybody wants to see them, they will be posted online. Department of Transportation Bridge in New York program was there. Manny Tirado Planning Board resignation letter, and I would like to read this into the minutes because Manny is here. Says, Dear Mayor Buckley, it is with deep regret and other personal and professional commitments, I will no longer allow me to continue serving on the Greenwood Lake Village Planning Board. My resignation is effective immediately as of November 27th, 2023. I wish to personally thank you and the former Mayor Jesse Dwyer for giving me the privilege and opportunity to serve the residents of Greenwood Lake in the capacity as a planning board member. I also wish to thank my fellow colleagues of the Greenwood Lake Planning Board for their service and helping me better understand the planning process in Greenwood Lake. Many deepest thanks to everyone. Happy holidays. Respectfully submitted, Manny Torado. Manny, I would like to thank you for your service
Thank you, Manny.
to this
Thank you,
village.
Manny.
You will be missed. We're gonna accept your resignation with regret. I know you told me who you'd like to see on that board, and yes, we were considering that one, because that's a good pick by you. So thank you for that, and thank you for your service again.
Thanks, Manny.
Skylar Cruz Woolsey, traffic lights and main intersection. Senator Scopus, business investment exemption. We talked about that in the workshop. Greenwood Lake Gaelic Social Society Christmas party invitation. I attended that on Saturday night. That was a great event. Eric Hunter resignation letter. He was dispatcher. Marissa Sirico resignation letter, dispatcher. Is it Brian Fitzsimmons, building permit renewal? We talked about that. Another correspondence from Senator James Scoopus with the SAM project information sheet for $155,000. That's for a grant for getting a weed harvester.
And dive equipment.
And dive equipment, and the trailer for the dive equipment. Keep our fingers crossed on that one. Hopefully we get that one. Green Lake Food Pantry thank you letter. McManus and McManus LLP, 37 Oak Street. Department of Health, Well G, we talked about that. Delaware Engineering, Orange County Department of Health, Well G. And another letter from Senator Scoopus to impose fines on utilities that fail to remove double poles, which are zombie poles. Visiting elected officials. Floyd? Hello? Anybody else?
I don't have anything, but I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy New Year.
Thank you very much, Floyd. Happy holidays to you too.
Thank you.
Reports and board and department heads. Got nothing on parks. Brendan
I do,
is.
actually.
Brendan, you do?
I do.
Brendan
Okay.
is pumping out basements right now. They did pump out my basement earlier today, so I want to thank them and the fire department for doing that. Go ahead, Kat.
All right, this is from Brendan. Parks Department report for November and December 2023. Broke down holiday festival, picked up garbage village-wide, picked up leaves, winterized the fountain in the lagoon over in Greenwood Park. Building repairs for the water department. It's installed menorah, cut trees around water tower with DPW, replaced culvert pipe with DPW, assisted water department with backflow preventer and DPW, removed rock slide from behind water tower, and installed new door on Lakeland's pump station.
So Brendan's been tackling all this stuff in the water department with Phil, which is great to have him as a hand to help Phil. And we was going through the Department of Health violations that we had, like around the towers and stuff. So he's going down the list and he's making a great progress on that list and getting everything up to par for the Department of Health. DPW, we don't have anybody here for that. I'm sure they're out pumping stuff and fixing a lot of drainage somewhere. Police, Chief Adam Aaron, please.
Good evening, everyone. Our statistic report for November of 2023, the Greenwood Lake Police Department did handle 1,034 complaints, affected 3 arrests, 93 traffic summonses, 0 parking summonses, and handled 3 motor vehicle accidents. I would like to thank Sergeant Gaylor, Sergeant Jones, Detective Dwyer, and Dispatcher Shauna Swetchy, along with Dispatcher Collins, for helping us with our accreditation process. It is something that we've been discussing for a couple of years now. We did have our assessment a few months back, and we just went up to Albany approximately 2 weeks ago, and we stood in front of the council and we accepted our award and our certificate. So I want to thank them for all their dedication and their hard work to our village police department. We've also been working on some grants. The mayor had discussed one before for the weed harvester and dive equipment. We had submitted about a year and a half ago another SAM grant that we were awarded $50,000 for. We have not yet received any GBA for that, the grant disposal agreement. We are still waiting on that. In that time, There were other grant opportunities that arose, and we did apply for those, and it looks like we are receiving from DCJS body-worn cameras and money to get a few different things that were initially in that original SAM grant in the 50,000. So I did speak to Emma, who's one of Senator Scoops's assistants, and she did advise that if we needed to alter some of the things that were in the initial SAM grant, that we could. We also were awarded a little over $12,000 for updated live scan equipment, which takes all our fingerprints and things of that nature. So we have been very active with grants, and we've been pretty successful with receiving some funds back to help us update and maintain certain things that we needed. And that's the end of my report. Thank you for all you guys do. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody.
Thank you very much. Water department, do we have anything from Phil?
I don't, he's been busy.
Yeah. Phil's been sick and he's been busy, so we're gonna forgive
great.
Phil for that one. Commission reports, Trustee Clifford.
Thank you, Matt. Very small report this month, December 5th. 58 seniors went over to the Landmark to have their Christmas party. They had a wonderful time. And then they had a small party on December 13th right at the senior center. So, and Manny provided the music. So, I'm very sorry I couldn't go. I've been kind of sick all month. So I'm sorry I've missed lots of holiday festivities. I missed the chamber party. I was at the Emerald. I am sure it was wonderful because they always have a great party there. And then just quickly, the Greenwood Lake Centennial newspaper will be coming out mid-January. We're pretty excited about it. The supplement is going to be in the Warwick Dispatch, but then we're going to get about 2,000 copies printed, and we will be selling those at local businesses and every event we have. So we sold a lot of ads. We're going to have some good stories in there, and it's exciting stuff. So, and then January 13th, we have our first event in the new year. We're going to have our trivia night, just Greenwood Lake Trivia at the Elks. Doors open at 6 p.m. It's free. We will have food for sale by the Elks, cash bar by the Elks, and we'll have raffles if anybody wants to play, but it is free to come in and play the games. I hope you all come. It should be a fun night. And that's my report. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, and thank you, everybody. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you very much. Trustee Cellier, please.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. My report will cover activity in the month of November. First, with the building department. The building department took in $6,483, highlighted by building permits, which made up about 50% of that total revenue in the month of November. The planning board met in the month of November, active docket with 6 applicants, headlined by Benjamin Steakhouse. Just to summarize, moving through the planning board, one of the main sort of open items there is a traffic study. They did get the variances that they needed, so good progress there. Hopefully that can be wrapped up in the next 1 or 2 meetings, and they can actually break ground. So that's sort of, I guess, good news with that. Big project here in the village. The other applications, Karen's Cafe was there, 6 Van Orden Lane, 11 County Highway 5. Karen's Cafe, they were granted. Their plan was granted for the work that they want to do. The other applications, about the 4 of them, there were continuing applications. Some sort of new construction on Linden Avenue and a new sort of build out on Oak Street. Those are both continuing applications, so as they move through the process, I'll have more updates for the public on those applications. The zoning board met in the month of November. 1 application on their agenda for the building of a wheelchair accessible ramp. They're looking for a use variance, which was granted by the board, sorry, for a handicap ramp. Other than that, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you.
I do have something to read from Kelly.
Go ahead.
Trustee Kelm couldn't be here, but she wanted me to, just wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and to thank everybody for all their continued thoughts and prayers. And that's, she was unable to make it tonight, she had doctor's appointments and, et cetera, was unable to be here, but she wishes everybody well.
Alright, thank you very much. Attorney report.
Well, Mayor, as you've heard me say so many times before, my report is largely confidential, but I'm prepared to answer questions. I was pleased to attend the Christmas fair and also the Chamber of Commerce event. But most importantly, I just want to remind everybody that as I'm resigning as village attorney to move on to a position with the town of Warwick after some 19 years of collective service as the village attorney under mayors Bill Morris, Jesse Dwyer, and yourself, Matt Buckley. Now, I've been honored to serve the village these 19 years. It's really been a thrill. I'd like to thank everybody for all of the trust they've placed in me over the years. I wish everyone good luck. I thank you for all of the opportunities you've provided me, and I wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I want to thank you for your service to the village. Like I said, 19 years is a lot being here, and then you're going on to bigger and better things. And I wish you the best of luck going forward, and I'm sure we'll be seeing each other a lot.
Well, a bit.
But thank you again for
We'll be
everything.
interacting with frequency.
Thanks.
Chris.
Chris, do you have anything to add?
I have nothing to add, other than we're glad to be here and glad to serve.
Thank
So,
you.
Chris Palaka is here for Brian Nugent's office, who is going to be our new attorney, starting next month.
Yep, thank you very much. Clerk's report.
Second notices went out in regards to water bills. If they're not paid by February, they will be re-levied onto taxes. People have received them because they've been coming and paying them. Just a reminder, please come in, we don't want to re-levy. Also, Holly and I are continuing to notarize. We haven't set dates or times, so we're still opened Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 p.m. with notarizations. And we wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, moving on. Old business, planning and zoning boards. We talked about that in the workshop. That's still going in the process. We will have more and hopefully be voting on that in January. I hope. We'll see. Golf carts we talked about too. That also will be in January. We'll finalize the law with that and come up with the pricing of what we want to do for inspections. And nail that down for our next meeting. Water plant, I talked about that a lot. It needs to happen quicker to me, so I'll keep working on that. Comprehensive plan, we're gonna start that the beginning of the year. Those people who are gonna be on that plan, our comprehensive plan committee, will start getting emails and phone calls from Danielle soon, so be prepared. Waterstone sidewalk project, we're pushing that back to next year. It was not ready to go, and the county grant people wanted it ready to go, and we weren't ready to go with that. So, but if we get all our paperwork in and everything's ready, there is an opportunity to fit in between now and next year, and hopefully we can do that. And I think we're going to do that. He's pretty confident that there will be an opening for us to take. So we'll probably be looking at late spring, hopefully, for that, I would think, and get that done with. New business, water plant and Department of Health, we went over that. We're working on that whole list from the Department of Health. Brendan and everybody and Phil are tackling it. They're checking off every item, and we're getting to the bottom of it. We have to build roads to the water towers, so it's a lot to do, and they're doing the best they can to get it up to speed. Speed signs, you want to talk about that again, Adam, real quick?
Sure. The village has acquired 2 new speed signs to be deployed in areas has found two and picked them up for $500 off of Facebook Marketplace. They're both in great working condition, and I believe it's going to be a real success. So I want to thank Brendan, thank the village, and it's definitely going to be something that's going to help us moving forward to compile data in certain areas to see how fast people are actually going, how slow they're going, and what the average speed is. So we'll be reporting back on these things.
Thank you very much. Centennial Banner fundraiser. Mr. Hodge, would you like to come up and talk to us about that, please?
All the way. Okay. How's this? All right. Is this good?
Yeah.
Come by just so that she can hear you for,
Okay. Well, good evening. The mayor asked me to come here and explain in a little more detail what the Centennial Committee would like to do with banners. Initially, this banner project is a fundraiser for the Centennial Committee. We went and created the design, all of the artwork, got the pricing, and wanted to approach both the local businesses and homeowners alike in and around the village of Greenwood Lake and the lake itself to celebrate the centennial. And we thought, what better way to do it than to have a banner that actually shows the beauty of Greenwood Lake as well as the things that you can do in and around the lake in the village. We decided to do a prototype that the mayor has. It was done by Track 7, which was the lowest bid, and they do very good work. The banners are 24 by 36. They're double-sided. And as was alluded to in the work session, these banners will be all around the village and predominantly in areas that still have brackets that can accommodate them. Basically, the layout of this banner is we took a lot of various components of Greenwood Lake, and we thought about it. And we said, well, what's the lake colors? What's to do with the lake? What can we use? So we're using Gateway to Adventure, which is kind of a short for what Greenwood Lake's tourism motto was New York State's Gateway to Adventure. So we just kind of abbreviated it a little bit, and we think it's really a nice impact on that. There's a space at the bottom for sponsors, like I alluded to, and families, and whoever wants to sponsor a banner. We also have space on the sides that can say welcome or thank you. So, for instance, in the 5 gateway areas of the village, we might want to put a sign up that says, come again, thank you for coming, whatever, and then welcome for those who are coming in. So that's, we can modify the banners any which way that we think is appropriate. So the artist depictions on the banners are very Greenwood Lake. There is a depiction of the gazebo. That's right at the beach. There's the Gloria, which is renowned for the flight. A sailboat, hikers on the AT, fishermen, and a paddleboarder. So we took all the activities, we said, okay, here we are. So whoever buys a banner for the fundraising can choose what kind of design they want. So I like the paddleboard, I like the hike, and they can actually say, I want to sponsor this picture of this banner. Let's see. What else? So basically the gist here is we wanted to have something that could live past the centennial. So the banner, it does not have a large centennial theme. It has the logo, which is very nice and lives on past the centennial. But we wanted to make it more of a something that could be used year after year after year by the village to promote the commercial district, to promote the sides of the lake, We have a lot of interest from the associations around the lake. They wanna buy a banner, put it on Jersey, put it on, East Shore, where those communities are. So that's basically what the onus of that was. So in order to sustain these banners after the centennial year, as of December 31st, 2024, the mayor and I have had several conversations about how does this move forward, how these banners can be used in the future. And we will do the work and get the sponsorships, create links, have people pay, and then we will have a list of people who have these banners. The information will be given to the village after that, after the centennial year. And the village will have information on who has a banner. And will basically, it'll be paid for by credit card, so the card will be on file. And then the village will say, okay, you know, notification, you know, the banner dues are, you know, due. Okay, we didn't hear, the banner goes up. Oh, you wanna buy a banner, you like the banners, okay, we'll produce a new banner, and we'll also repair the banners, take one down and replace it if it becomes, you know, unrepairable and it looks bad. So, that was the kind of like the handoff that we envisioned. You know, and then the village could manage the program. And as the mayor alluded to earlier, to create funds, most notably for a historical society, which is generating a lot of interest because of the centennial year and all the things that have happened in this village, and also possibly for maybe tourism, and having funds that possibly don't exist right now, using the banner as a vehicle to create those funds. So we hope that that the village would want to join us in this venture. It would help us and it would help the village, and we think it's a great investment moving forward. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks for explaining that.
Yep.
Village code changes that is on hold until we get our comprehensive plan committee on board and, you know, our planning and zoning board up to speed on that. The giving tree, Diane Conley from the elementary school started this, and she, with the help of the Boy Scouts, they built a giving tree, and that giving tree is gonna go over here between the police department and the teen center, and it's gonna have you know, stuff for winter: hats, gloves, scarves, jackets, anything that someone would need. And it's free. Like, so if you want to donate to the giving tree, if you need something from the giving tree, it's gonna be right over here. It should be there tomorrow or the day after, and I think that's gonna be a nice thing. I think people are gonna use that a lot going forward. Events, community center, Tuesday 4 to 6 for 2nd to 5th grades, and 6 to 8 for 6th and 8th grade. Zoning board meeting is Thursday, December 21st, 7:30 p.m. at Village Hall. Mobile DMV will be here Tuesday, December 26th at 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. right over here at Village Hall. Planning board meeting will be Thursday, January 4th, 7:30 p.m. Village Hall. Greenwood Lake Centennial Trivia Contest is Saturday, January 13th, 6 p.m. at the Elks. You want to talk anything about that?
It's just gonna be a great night. I did talk about it during my commission report,
All right.
and I hope everybody comes out to have some fun. That's
Yeah.
it.
I'm sure there'll be
Thank
some really good questions there. All right, so now I'm going to open up to privilege of the floor. Would anybody like to address the board or talk? Anyone?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Just state your name and address again, please.
Jean Marion, 5 Greenwood, 5 Brook Court, sorry. The holiday festival that was so grand, is that gonna stay on Thanksgiving weekend going forward? Cause that was moved from,
Yeah.
you know, so I'm just curious about that.
I would-
Someone who missed it.
I would personally like to keep it on that weekend because just the turnout that we had was a big turnout. because you got everybody home from Thanksgiving, all the college kids, and I think that helped for that weekend personally, but with something to talk about going forward. But I think that day worked out pretty good. I think everybody else thought it worked out pretty good too, right?
Weather-wise was great.
Yeah.
I know.
The weather was perfect.
What are your thoughts? You don't like the weekend or that week?
Some people go away.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
We did
or
hit-
they have like their traditions already created, what they do that weekend, you know.
Yeah.
Cause it's a holiday weekend, that's all.
Yeah.
Did hear some of that feedback.
Yeah.
I think it's-
And also, for the record, Manny Torado, Greenwood Lake. Also, in the past, we try to coincide that, with Hanukkah, we used to do both at the same time, Problem is that Hanukkah usually doesn't fall on Thanksgiving weekend. That's just another consideration, to combine both at the same time, rather than have two separate, just a thought.
What was that?
A lot of times it didn't fall on that weekend either. We always had the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Nobody else for privilege of the floor? Going once? Going twice? All right, moving on. Approval to payroll and audited bills. Can I get a motion to approve to pay all audited bills? Motion, please.
I'll make a motion to pay all audited bills.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Acceptance of the minutes from November 20th, 2023.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Thank you.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just for the record, it was the minutes from the regular village board meeting from November 22nd, 23, and the public hearing combining planning and zoning boards on that day prior to the village board meeting, as well as the public hearing on legalizing golf carts on November 20th, 2023 as well.
All right. Motion, second.
Clifford and
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have no executive session, correct?
No.
All right.
No, because we need the other two here for what you didn't do.
Right. Resolutions. Resolution number 37 authorizes the appointment of Jennifer Lyons from alternate member to full member of the planning board effective immediately. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
I'll
Celia?
second it.
And we need discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Resolution 38 authorizes the appointment of Kevin McIntyre as an alternate member to the planning board effective immediately. Motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Clifford.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Resolution 39 authorizes the appointment of Brian Martin as alternate to the zoning board effective immediately. Motion, please.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Resolution number 40 authorizes the temporary appointment of Brandon Nelson as an alternate to the zoning board effective immediately. Motion, please.
I'll make the motion.
And I'll second it.
Any discussion?
Just one discussion, I see it says temporary.
Yeah.
Because you're only allowed to have so many on the board at a time. And this is a temporary appointment because of what's coming up on the zoning board, and certain people have to excuse themselves. So he had to appoint members for that zoning board meeting.
But is this an alternate, so that's what was just confusing me, that the temporary alternate,
Yeah,
that's
temporary
just
alternate.
in case. So is the thought
To
that
give it a quorum.
this person's gonna step into, so I understand people have to recuse themselves,
Yep.
this person's gonna step in
Yes.
and be a voting member for that one
For
evening.
that meeting,
Right.
yes.
Okay.
Correct.
One meeting only,
Yep.
For this one, yes.
or or should say that as many meetings as this particular application is on the agenda.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Resolution 41 authorizes the mayor to apply for a SAM grant for a weed harvester and scuba gear in the amount of $155,000. Motion,
I'll
please.
make that motion.
Clifford.
I will second that motion.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. Resolution 42, resolution to change the Board of Trustees Village Board meeting dates for 2024. Whereas the Village Board desires to change the regular dates of the Village Board of Trustees meetings from Monday evenings to Wednesday evenings in 2024 at times to be advertised by the village. And whereas the Village Board desires to adopt a schedule of the 2024 Village Board meetings reflecting this change. Now therefore be it resolved that, Section 1, the above whereas clauses are incorporated herein as if set forth in full. Section 2, the Village Board hereby authorizes the Village Board meetings to be scheduled for the third Wednesday of each month as set forth in the annex schedule, which will commence with the January 17th, 2024 Village Board meeting and continue unless otherwise amended and noticed by the Village Board. Meetings or otherwise amending the regular meeting calendar as determined by duly adopted resolution of the Village Board. Any such amendments shall be posted on the village website and the Village Hall. Section 4, this resolution shall be effective immediately. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. What is that one for?
For the building permit.
For the building permit?
The
Alright.
renewal of the letter.
Alright, Resolution 43 authorizes the building permit renewal of building permit number 17-07627 for 36 Wildwood Drive. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Budget transfers and amendments. Can I get a
None.
none?
No.
All right. Look at that. Adjournment of this December 18th, 2020 meeting. The next meeting will be the next meeting will be
January 17th.
January 17th,
Wow.
Wednesday. Workshop followed by 7:30 p.m. Village Board meeting located at the courthouse on Waterstone Road, Greenwood Lake, New York, 12925. Can I get a motion to adjourn, Ken?
Just one question before, are we doing any public hearings prior to that, when we adjourn to tonight? Are we doing,
Yes, we're gonna
we're gonna
talk
do,
about golf carts and,
so we're doing
Again,
6,
we're
6:15?
doing one more.
yeah.
So 6:15, 6 o'clock?
6 p.m. will be zoning
Okay.
and planning, combining of boards. 6:15 will be golf courts. Another public hearing on both of those. Then followed by workshop, followed by village board meeting.
All right. Motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
78.
I'll second it.
No more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned at 8:14. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Have a Merry Christmas. And if I don't see you, have a Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you, everyone.
I think Adam has his cup already.
Yeah.
Toasting John, we're sending John off.
How are you?
Done,
this.
19 years, just like that.
When we having your going away party? Huh?
I'll do my best to be more
Got any
approachable.
plans in motion yet? Want me to start making the plan? We going to Lace? Where we going?
Haven't heard that.
I hope you're not on anymore.
Oh my God. I used to work with guys who used to go to